Hello, Year 10. Nice to see you. There's our display. You can see it behind me. And wiggle that bit. Ooh, look, there it is. All our poems and our links on there. There's quite a few ribbons there that are linking us. Okay, so again, I'm going to talk about comparison today. So you're going to have to choose the 2 poems you want to work on. Choose your 2 poems, start to plan, and remember to use SMILE to help you write, SQI, MQE, and C for context. Okay, so choose your 2 poems, plan, and then you're going to write for 45 minutes. Okay, so nature. Think about the poems that talk about nature. All right, it's a really important theme in poetry, always has been a really important theme. And so it's used in so many different ways. So I want you to think about how nature has power in a lot of these poems. So you might think about the Prelude. The Prelude is a classic one, isn't it? Because we've got Wordsworth, we've got the Lake District, we've got the idea of a boy in the sense of confidence, and then sort of an undermining of that confidence when he realised actually he's quite small and insignificant in comparison to nature. He talks about the mountain feeling like it uprears above him as if it's some kind of mythical beast or a horse or something, and it's almost telling him to get back in his place, isn't it? It's sort of telling him to go back to his bedroom and work out who he is, rather than sort of thinking he can be all arrogant and confident. So that's Prelude is good. You could also talk about the beauty of nature there, because we get the lovely twinkling images of the moon on the water, we get ripples and we get glittering idly, we get I mean, it's quite interesting the beauty that Wordsworth gives against the terror that he gives. You could think about Storm on the Island when you think about nature, and we know that he's using nature as a metaphor there. He's using the storm as an extended metaphor for the Irish Troubles. So you could think about how he talks about nature in that poem, and how he presents it as attacking and an adversary, an enemy in many ways. Almost like it for some time can be very peaceful and calm, and you never quite know when it's going to attack. He talks about pummeling and being bombarded by the weather, and he talks about the tame cat savage as well, so that kind of shifting tone. So that's quite an interesting one. So you could do Storm on the Island. Exposure, nature, the fact that the cold and the wet and the damp and the conditions, nature is what's actually shrivelling them and killing them in many ways. All our eyes are ice, and it's talking about the flakes of snow fingering for our faces, I think it is, and so almost snow and cold, and nature's coming to try and kill us, trying to get us because we're so exposed to those elements. Okay. Ozymandias, you can always talk about nature in Ozymandias and the nature of living and dying and time passing and the sands of time, transience, the things that don't hang around forever. Ozymandias thought his power would be there forever, had these huge statues made, and the statues have turned to dust over time, and we don't really know who he is unless we go and do some finding out. So he's dead, he has no power, absolutely. The opposite of what he thought. Okay, so I want you to start thinking about nature and the 2 poems you're going to choose, and then write for 45 minutes. Okay, SMILE: structure, meaning, imagery, language, and effect. All right, remember to squish those words, you'll get more marks. Okay, see you soon. Well done. Bye.